G'day legends, how we all doing? Today we're going to go over season 12, everything about it, and we'll try and keep this video as punchy as possible. Strap in. So first off, we've got the bloodied items. So you'll have your rampage ones, which you'll see there, over there, which will have a certain stat on it: critical strike chance per kill streak, intelligence per kill streak, attack speed per kill streak, so on and so forth. Once you go into the weapons, it'll be a slightly different one, and it'll be a feast item, which will then have so many kills, resets a random cooldown, or it'll do one of them sort of stats, like a resource stat. And then once you get down to the jewelry stuff, you'll also have hunger, which will be increased chance for hunger items. It'll be more like things that you can get from it. So additional gold, additional experience, something like that. So they're your three different ones. As you get bloodied items on certain ones, you'll see what it gets. And then just sort of focus your build around that for what you're farming or what stats you want on the other bits of gear. So this is the area where we can start to use some of the resources that we've gotten. So you can gamble sort of like you do at the Obols guy. You can gamble here for bloodied items. It uses fresh meat, which you'll farm by doing certain events around, which we'll get into soon. But yeah, this is a good place to obviously blast through them bits. They are going to be adding a few extra things in there as well, like a blacksmith and a chest. So yeah, look out for that very soon. Then you've got all the seasonal objectives here. And then once you've done it, as you saw there, you'll also have the caches that sort of accumulate. Going into the meaty offering, which is in the Helltide. Shoot over, there'll be a slaughter at the shrine once we go there. So you'll see here that we've got the shrine. You put the meaty offerings into it, which will then turn you into the butcher, which is one hell of a time. So see right here, boom, away you go. Start blasting. Good place to do kill streaks and whatnot as well. Great old time. So get in there, blast it as much as possible, especially like while you're in the leveling stage. Good spot to do it. But yeah, you get heaps of the fresh meat to then use at the Gambar. Great old time. You'll get other resources as well. But yeah, do the whispers as well. So make sure you accumulate them up, sort of keep a look on the map. And once you do them objectives, go to town, go to the Raven, redeem rewards there as well. Right there. There we go. So make sure you'll see what I'm basically going over here is the different rewards, like objectives to get the rewards. Then when you go back to town, once you got the 10, you'll come straight over here. That's what we want. So one of the favorite things to do when you start out this season, you got the Slaughterhouse. Man, I had such a blast in here when we first started running these. Really good at the start, just to get them quick uniques when you're leveling up. Yeah, great old time. So once we go into here, how sick is this? All right, so yeah, you can blast away. You can get pretty decent XP as well from keeping that kill streak going as well. Yeah, speaks for itself. Such a fun event. I was so shocked when they brought this in. It has been an absolute blast. Once you sort of get to endgame, I feel like a lot of the items drop off, so it's not great for sort of farming them higher end max stats, GAs, all that sort of stuff. But when you're under 60 and you want quick buffs fast, this is where you go. Absolute time. So keep running these when you're leveling up as well. Also, when you're doing these, you will accumulate meaty offerings as well. So make sure you'll see it pop up in here once we blast the last guys. So a good way to get the meaty offerings to then go back into the Helltide and then do that shrine as well. There it is. So we've got Nightmare Sigils, but the bloodied ones. So I'd always suggest anyone, once they get into the Torments, drop back one. So whatever you're farming, say you're farming 3, drop it back to 2 to do these, just because the butcher can be an absolute pain that just keeps reoccurring, as you'll see in here. Yeah, drop it back at Torment. You'll find that it's a lot smoother to sort of accomplish. But yeah, at the start, when you start to do these and when you first get into Torments, it can be really painful trying to blast through them, especially with this guy just keeps pestering you. So make sure you drop it back one before you keep going. So we've got the Butcher Lair boss. You'll need the pound of flesh, which I'm showing there. Then you go over to the city. There we go. You don't need the mats to fight it, but to get the rewards at the end through the chest, you will need the mats for that. So here we go. This room is so sick, by the way. So cool. There we go. And then you'll see here, you need to use 3 of them. I've accumulated quite a few from doing bloodied activities, sorry, not events. But yeah, doing the bloodied activities will then give you that resource to then open. Plus the Doom chest is so sick at the moment. So make sure you go in and do that. Bloodied boss sigils, which I'll be showing right there. Man, these are so sick. I'm stoked that they brought these back because you don't need the traditional like boss mats to do them. So if you've got your friends that are running with you, they don't have the boss mats, you're better off doing these ones if you can do it quick, because everyone gets the loot. They don't have to have the mats then open the chest to get them uniques and stuff. So you can't obviously keep repeating them because you've actually got to step out of the place to then go back in, like to open a new key. But man, these are so sick to do because you can just blast them with your friends and not have to worry about everyone needing the mats to open them. Sort of like the old days, which was really cool. So you'll see right here. Once it blasted Grigor down, you'll see that the Butcher, because they're a bloodied event, the Butcher just keeps returning, which is an absolute pain. There he is. Constantly on the pest. But yeah, everyone gets them items that are dropped on the floor there, and then you've got the chance for Belial to spawn as well. Extra items. Why not? So once you've done that, you get quite a bit out of it. So yeah, the chest won't appear, but everyone gets a loot rather than only the person with the mats to do it. So if everyone's got a sigil, you just go jump in a party of 4. Everyone just, once someone's done one sigil, jump onto the next, go on from there. The PvP area, it's not like it usually is. It's a little bit different. But yeah, you come in here, blast away. Every so often you'll see a timer for the shrine. So once you go there, which we'll get into in just a second, it will basically get you to blast a bunch of enemies, and then from there you can then jump in as the Butcher. So you'll see it flash in there. Come over here, Ceremony of Slaughter, and monsters slaughtered in range. So you just start blasting away, and then I'll switch to another one. And then once that's done, the shrine will be there for you to just click on it, and away you go. Quite proud of this, by the way. So I'll see monsters killed in one blow. So it's just like another one that you're doing. So everyone's in there blasting. I'm not too sure if you guys know what the go is once you become the Butcher, because you're meant to kill players around the area. But every time I've came in and done this, it's just like an insta kill. Like you spawn as a Butcher and then the player that's around you just insta kills you without you even getting to have a chance. So if anyone knows any ways around that, more than happy to hear it, or drop into the stream and sort of explain that to us. But yeah, I'm still trying to understand the whole once you're in, once you've formed into the butcher, what you actually do from here. So, because it's saying that you kill other players, but the players kill you instantly. So, not too sure about that one. If we get to the 3000 massacre. Close. Hell yeah. Good old sorcerers, man. Yeah, see the cultist souls harvested. So you got like the 3 different waves that you're sort of blasting through. Alright, then you'll see it pop up. Yeah, the butcher idol. And then as soon as I go to butcher, the player insta-kills me. So I'm still trying to understand, is the butcher meant to be more tanky or what's going on? And then I just insta-kill him as soon as he goes as the butcher. So is it like a gentleman's agreement that you've got to sort of not kill them? I don't know. But if you guys know, please leave a comment or jump into the stream and explain this to me, because it is the one thing from this season that I just don't understand. So this is how I picture it to go when you're in butcher, but like there's no players around. So you're running around, you can kill all these guys. But yeah, in terms of players, not quite sure. So I'm guessing this is what it's meant to feel like when you're going around slaying other players, but yeah, not too sure. So now we've got the Bloodied Infernal Hordes. So these are a blast. This is where you get the most XP in the game. As you'll see, I've dropped it down to Torment 3. I usually blast Torment 4, but when you're doing these, Butcher is super hard to kill. You want to be killing it at least 4 times in each wave. So yeah, make sure you drop it down a tier just so you can do it smooth, rather than sitting there pushing as hard as you can and hardly getting to that 4th kill. So drop it down one until you can bump it up to 4. And because there is more XP once you do it in Torment 4, but you need to be able to punch it out 4 times. So if you're not doing that, drop it down a tier. But these are good fun. Heaps of XP. Like every time you kill that butcher, you see your XP bar move. Like I ran people that were, I think it was like para 150, and every time we killed it, there was nearly like a level. So until you sort of get into that 250 or 230 mark, I'd say, you get so many levels. But even once you do get to this sort of stage, it's still good, man. So you do a 10 wave and you're getting at least a level, if not level and a half. Just make sure you go do the XP Nightmare Dungeon first, just for that bit of extra XP. And make sure you've got your elixir and your incense and stuff on as well. So once you got that, best XP of the game, of the season. So make sure you're doing this. The last thing to go over quickly, this is just a warning until I know there is a fix coming, but at the time of this video, there wasn't. Once I show you the next stage, once we get out of this, but when you go into the pits, do not do over a 99, even if you can, until you're ready to do it, because as you'll see, the butcher's like a plus 15. It goes up to, I think it's a plus 45. So if you want to make the game extremely hard, and there's no end game, there is, do that. But you'll see right here, a lot of people are sitting at that 99 and not going any further. They have confirmed that they are dropping it. I don't know by how much, but safe, stick under a 99, level your glyphs up that way. But yeah, I wouldn't be going over it until you are absolutely destroying everything. Bloodied Sigils in Torment 4, I would highly suggest sitting under that 99. All right, guys, that is everything for the video. I hope that all helped. I hope it was quick and punchy and you're not sitting there going, man, hurry up. So if you can drop over to Twitch, making dough, give us a sub on the YouTube as well. Much appreciated. But thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your time. Have an amazing day. Catch you guys.